Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about change, embracing the new. So I don't know about you, not so good on change sometimes. Sometimes new and exciting things are good. Sometimes I like to learn new things and like to understand things. But uh, as a funny example, recently my car died and we were deciding whether it was worth to repair it or whether we need to get a new car. So we decided we're going to get another car, which hopefully I'll get today. Anyway, so it's like learning to live without a car for a few weeks and also being able to control your temper without a car and um, being able to allow things to be a bit different, which sometimes is hard for us. All right, so let's go into our heart chakra. All right, so the feeling that comes up in the heart chakra is empathy. So I don't know, is it so empathy for self and empathy for others? Sometimes it's hard to understand how other people think or where they're at with certain situations. And the oil sandalwood comes up. Sandalwood assists in quieting the mind so that individuals may hear the subtle voice of the spirit. It raises them into higher levels of consciousness. So sandalwood assists one in reaching beyond their current confines and belief systems. All right, so sometimes we believe certain things can only be that way and we're happy as they are, but when they change, that can be very challenging to us. So you might use sandalwood to help you be able to change. All right, I trust in love. I nurture easily. Especially ourselves. Right, so I'm going to go into the crown chakra. All right, I'm worthy of divine love and protection. My worth is great. So it sounds like we're having trouble feeling our worth. And when we don't feel okay, it's like our bandwidth is reduced. And so then we can't cope with more change. All right. I am fun and spiritual. My mind functions optimally. I think one of the important things that happens with change is we change and we grow. And even through the most difficult of circumstances, there are still good lessons. We may suffer pain and discomfort with all that happens, but we still grow. All right, age 18 comes up. Where were you? What were you doing when you were 18? Angry itself for not being able to make decisions. And I think at that age, you might do a course that perhaps isn't really you, or you might be in a job that may not be you just because you don't know exactly what to do. So it's sort of like stuck in lack of action in a way. I'm able to calmly and peacefully adjust my course to achieve my mission in life. I think that's a great affirmation because, this change and embracing change is about, learning and growing and, doing what is best for us. All right. So are you in a similar position now? Are you in a situation where you have to make decisions and you're not really sure what the best decision is to make? And let's say, why do I so easily make great decisions? Age 6. 26. 42. Right, let's go into our brow chakra. All right, so this is about understanding, like being able to see the truth, being able to see what we need to do. Also, our ears are involved here. I guess as we get older, our hearing and our sight can diminish. And I guess it means that our intuition has to get stronger, isn't it? What we feel about things and how we do life has to improve. All right, back to the crown chakra. And it's weakened by earthly attachment. So I guess that's me being stuck in my car, isn't it? And not listening as much to the intuition and what I need to be doing to be God's hands in this life because I'm stuck in myself. Myrrh oil comes up. All right, myrrh assists individuals in letting go of fear. Through re-establishing a healthy connection to the earth and to one's own mother, myrrh rekindles trust in the soul. As the individual learns to once again live in trust, confidence in the goodness of life returns, and the soul feels safe and more at home. So you might use myrrh in these times of change to help ground you, to help connect you to your mum and to your mother and to Mother Earth. So now we're going into the value of honesty. So honesty, not only does it mean truthfulness, but it importantly also requires consistency. Are the words you speak consistent with what you think? Do you have opposing thought systems? So sometimes we do. We have this like conflict in our head. Are your actions aligned with your words? When we are aligned in our thoughts, words, and actions, we are truly honest. In this state, it is impossible to conflict with anyone or anything. There is nothing to defend, hide, or reason to deceive. As we seek to be honest, those around us will reflect honesty back. Just as we would look in the mirror, our state of consciousness, our vibration or internal state of honesty will be mirrored back to us in our interaction with others and the world around us. I choose my thoughts carefully. It is safe for me to speak truth. I am honest, chaste, and benevolent. I'm honest in my dealings with my fellow man. I value honesty. And if we talk about if there's anything hindering our honesty, and that's a generational component, dad's side, dad's mum's side. And the men on that side of the family. 17 generations of men. I accept all my imperfections. And sometimes that can be really hard because we expect ourselves to be perfect or to be working on things in a healthier way. But if we can't do that, it makes us hard to move forward because we're attacking ourselves instead of having love to ourselves and embracing all the experiences and learning from them and growing from them. We just have huge argument within ourselves about what happens. I am powerful beyond measure. And I think we are. We just don't recognize how powerful we are. And that's for good and bad. So sometimes when the example that comes to mind, a few years back, I had lots of skin eruptions, and well, it wasn't good. It took a long time to get better, but it was the evidence of me hating on myself. So it's like you can't be angry and hating on yourself and expect your body to take that. It's like it's going to show you where you're hurting yourself and which body system you're killing. So it's like we have to own our thoughts, we have to own our actions, we have to own where we're at. I allow others to fulfill their needs and wants. All right, now we're going to go into trust. All right, basic mistrust can sometimes be a reflection of our belief that you have to do life all by yourself, that you are on your own. Trust, in a nutshell, is the knowledge that you do not have to do life all on your own. All right, to trust ourselves, our true selves, is to see the difference between our divine nature and our ego. We are not our myriad of thoughts telling us that we are ugly and incapable and that the world is scary and unfriendly. We are the observer of those thoughts. Trust more in the observer and not the ego. The world is our mirror, and our lens of trust will change our experience. I trust all is well. So sometimes we can be stuck happening in the past that was a catastrophe, and fearful that it will happen again. If anything looks or seems like it, we sort of go into that feeling. Or sometimes we can have anxiety about the future and what could happen. And it's like the more that we get in that anxious mode, the more we attract anxiety or situations in which we feel anxiety. As I choose to put my trust in others, I trust my feelings, follow promptings, and act accordingly. I think that's really important in life, that we often have feelings about things, and maybe logically our ego tries to talk us out of it. But realistically, the feelings are the way that we need to trust. And we don't know why sometimes we have those feelings or why we need to do what we need to do. But acting on the promptings that we get is really important. So for those that are energy clearers, it's like I trust my muscle testing. So sometimes that can be a hindrance to be working on yourself or working on other people if we're not trusting the information that we get. So that brings up something from age 8. So and what comes up from age 8 is unresolved fears. So what did you fear when you were 8? I don't like getting in trouble. Still don't like getting in trouble. What did you fear? Right, something stuck in our neck. So C3 physically affecting our ears, our teeth, or our skin, like acne, pimples, eczema, grinding your teeth, all part of that C3. Right, jump into the ninth chakra, which is above the crown chakra. I am steadfast and immovable, for I know my life's purpose. All right, so some hereditary baggage interfering with us knowing our life's purpose from our dad. And sometimes it's hard for them to teach that to us because they didn't have it themselves. All right, back to the crown chakra. I'm processing my thoughts and feelings appropriately. I'm giving and receiving unconditional love. I'm easily assimilating all my life experiences. I'm resolving and releasing all my problems. I'm doing my part to bring my spiritual body and physical body together. Okay, so now going into the aura, so the layers of the aura. The second layer, so tears in the aura. And some stuck emotions. The feeling of lack of control. So when we're in situations that we feel like we have no power. And then that can lead us to feel unworthy. All right, so now we're going into the 10th chakra. Right, this is about living your life's purpose and incorporating all the experiences we have for good. Good and bad, just all of it. Vitamin D deficiency comes up. So, of course, we haven't had the best weather. We have some sunny days. So, when you can get in the sun, particularly not in the middle of the day when you get too hot, but maybe in the morning sun, and especially in the morning, getting light in your eyes helps your circadian rhythms. So, sun, and if you don't get sun, you probably need to take some vitamin D. All right, also what's coming up here is impulsive behaviors and decisions. And our weight. So sometimes we can hide behind our weight. We can use our weight as a protection. And what comes up is seeking love. So sometimes we can show ourselves love by feeding ourselves or, drinking. So it's like trying to show ourselves a healthier form of love. And if we say, I'm okay without my weight, it's like, no. So why do you need your weight? Age 6 comes up. Age 26. And 48. All right. So first layer on out, so leaking energy. Some people are like drains to us. Some people act as, we say that some people like suck the life out of us. So sometimes we have people around us like that. They actually do suck the life out of us. So being able to have boundaries to say no to these people, or put them on charity day and very limited time and away from you so that you, or your home, so that you can still protect yourself and they can't trash your castle. Right, the 6th layer of the aura now. Right, stagnant energy being stuck there. And the age 6 again. Right, we're going to go into the solar plexus chakra now. So this is the one that helps us like take action and have ambition to move forward using our willpower. So this one's weakened by self-consciousness. It's affecting the gallbladder and the stomach. And gallbladder again. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cassie. She said it's a little hard to hear me, so turn that up. I make all of my life choices in the interest of my highest growth and learning. I continually see and follow my divine path. I accept responsibility for all my decisions. I'm able to see past my weaknesses and allow them to become my strengths. And I think it's very important that we do have weaknesses. And I really feel that God works with us with our weaknesses to strengthen us. And we have to be sort of humble enough to ask for help or to ask for assistance in whatever we feel this weakness in. Right, so now we're going to go into the spleen meridian. All right, the mouth, the colour and tone of the lips are related to the spleen. Dry or pale lips can show this. In Chinese medicine, bad spleen energy equals bad temper. So sometimes we can be a bit ropeable. And we might talk about venting our spleen. So being temperamental and moody is included here. So the spleen also is involved in our immune system. So it helps protect and deal with invaders. So, viruses, parasites, fungal infections, bacteria. All right, so being controlling is included here. So we can want to control situations. An oil called marjoram comes up. I form committed, deep, and meaningful relationships. I enjoy being appreciated for my kindness, but resist being a people pleaser. Sometimes that's hard, isn't it? I constantly nurture my long-term relationships. So sometimes we take the people close to us for granted. So perhaps being a little bit more grateful and considerate to those we are in relationships with. I actively choose to behave in ways that support closeness. I have no fear of rejection. I am approachable and lovable. So now we're going to go into the stomach meridian. So when the stomach meridian isn't fully operational, there are digestive upsets such as burping, acid reflux, bloating, headaches, neck pain. And this can be connected to what we call leaky gut. So when the stomach fails to fully digest the food, the small intestine is horrified because it's supposed to absorb these undigested nutrients in the bloodstream. So when an undigested protein hits the bloodstream, your immune system considers these foreign proteins and wants to attack them. So this can be the basis for many food intolerances and allergies. Feeling nervous is hiding in the stomach meridian. Vetiver comes up. So vetiver is a very grounding, earthy oil. I love it. I use it every day. I use it on my joints before I go to the gym. Good morning, Elizabeth. All right, vetiver challenges the need to escape pain. It centers individuals in their true self and guides them downward to the root of their emotional issues. It helps them find relief, but not through avoidance. Relief comes after they have traveled within and met the core of their emotional issue. Vetiver will not let them quit. It grounds them in the present moment and carries them through an emotional catharsis. The descent into the true self assists individuals in discovering deeper facets of their being. And I think this is important, that we do have deeper, stronger qualities that may need to be unearthed. Vetiver opens the door to light and recovery through this downward journey. And I think like the work of our soul is huge. We can sometimes underplay this worth of our soul and feel that we just need to keep working and, fulfilling other people's needs. But who we are and how we express ourselves is very important. And it affects other people as well as ourselves, and it affects the people around us. So it's important for us to send out a clear, honest, great signal. And trusting that our signal is what needs to be sent out. Sometimes we're not trusting that what we feel or what we feel inspired to do is important. Well, it is. All right, something in the lung meridians now. Right, imbalances in the lung meridian can allow viruses, bacteria, fungi, or parasites to enter the lungs. All right, emotions associated here are what we call compelled to neatness, or what I would also call box ticking. Did I ring grandma? Have I written that letter? Have I done what I have to do? The oil birch comes up. And birch is the oil of support. So sometimes we have to be our own support. Sometimes we have to have some support of our actions and our feelings and our thoughts. It's like not everyone else knows what we need, but we internally know what we need. All right, birch teaches those in need to trust that even if they are abandoned by all others, the divine will always be there. It also reinforces that there is more to life than pain. With the right support and the right grounding, one can be held up and sustained through hardship. All right. If we talk about you being the fixer or solver, this goes back to age 6. So age 6 has come up quite a few times today. So where were you and what were you doing when you were 6? And why did you feel like you had to fix or solve things? All right, the feeling of hopelessness starts from that time. What felt hopeless for you? So let's say I no longer feel obliged to solve other people's problems. We can encourage them, we can suggest, but in the end, they have to choose because otherwise they're going to blame us for making the decision if it doesn't work out. All right, so the value of patience. So sometimes we're not very patient. We might be patient with others, we mightn't be patient with ourselves. We mightn't be patient with our body. I'm patient with myself when I make mistakes. I'm patient, but persistent and assertive. I am patient under pressure. My patience runs long and deep, for I know the worth of each soul. Okay. Anything else that anyone would like to work on while we're here? Thank you for your support, those that have jumped on. It really helps. And thank you for being you, and thank you for shining your light in this world, because we really do need you to shine your light and to be who you are. And even if you don't feel like who you are is wonderful, we still need you. And whatever part of you that we need, we will be able to see or feel. All right. Well, thank you for being on the call, and thank you again for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for shining your light, and thank you for the talents and gifts and the personality that you have, because it makes a difference. Okay. See you.